What's up? This is your girl, Sister Narita, back with another video. Today, I will be sharing with you my experience in foster care. First things first, I asked my mom to put me in foster care. She wasn't abusive, she wasn't an unfit mother. I was just tired of cleaning and I could not have it my way. So I was like, I don't want to stay with you no more. I want to go in foster care. And she did just that. I moved into foster care here in Jacksonville, Florida, at Mills House through Dales. If you're here in Jacksonville, it's located by Barnes and Parental Home Road. Yes, it was a wonderful group home. I stayed there and we went on field trips. We had great food. I had a roommate. We had a wonderful bathroom. We had a tub. It was just spacious. Until one day, I decided that I wanted to be with my first love from high school longer. Now, mind you, we went on field trips. We had a curfew time at about, I think, 7 or 8 o'clock. We had to be in by a certain time at night. We went on field trips. We was loved. I was treated with respect there. The staff was caring. They were so friendly, and they was great shoulders to lean on. I felt safe there. I wasn't abused. They never put their hands on us. They always try to encourage us, persuade us to be good children, period. But one day in my first group home, I decided to run away. I'm not that big, y'all, but I was like the size of a pencil. I wanted to go see my first love, my Caucasian boyfriend from Lee High School. After I left my mom's house, I was still talking to him, but I was like, I want to go spend the night with my boyfriend. And it's like I came to my group home. I had a roommate. I'm not gonna say her name because she might watch this video. And I turned on the lights and I locked the bathroom door. And then I put like Connect Fours, SAR, like um game boards in my bed to make it seem like I was still there sleeping. So I guess about 30 minutes to an hour later, they might have came in and seen I wasn't in the room and they called the police. Hmm. My skin behind y'all is behind a tree, looking at the helicopters fly around. I'm like, these helicopters is looking for me. And I was so small, y'all, at the time. My legs was like the size of my arm are way smaller. So I was so skinny, y'all. They was took me about 10 minutes and they couldn't find me. So as soon as I see, I'm sorry. As soon as I seen them leave, I had hit it and I ran into that car. When I see my first love and his little friends that stayed with him, I jumped in the car. And that was one of the best days of my life. I jumped in the car. We went to his house with his people, and you know, I was doing things I wasn't supposed to be doing, and I had to duck and dodge, y'all. Like I was able to run away with my first love, but at the same time, I had to duck. The police came to his people house. He was adopted. I met him at Lee High School. The police came to his people house looking for me. I'm hiding in the bed, y'all. I'm hiding in the garage. And finally, I said, you know what? I'm sorry, y'all. That was my son. I said, you know what? I'm gonna show up at school. Like mind y'all, this a week or two later. I decided to go to school. These police looking for me. I'm looking right at them. They walking in the garage. That's where his room was at. Don't ask me why. That's between him and his adopted mom and their business. So I'm in the garage. That was his room. And I see the police say, "Have you seen Felicia here, a black young girl?" My flyers everywhere downtown here in Jacksonville. And I'm only like 15 or 14 years old. So I have people call me like, your pictures is everywhere on flyers with the South Pole jacket. I'm like, liar. And from this day, y'all, I don't know if it's true or not, but I kind of believe it's true. Don't ask me why, y'all. I've been trying to find that flyer. But anyways, they come in his garage looking for me, and I'm under his bed looking at them, and they did not catch on that I was under bed looking at them. I don't know how, but when you scared to go to jail and the police looking for you, I already had a I was already on probation for fighting security guard in high school, and I was supposed to be like I couldn't afford to get in no trouble, so they was looking for me. I was under the bed hiding, y'all. I enjoyed a few more days with my boyfriend. Like hanging out, going to his friend's house, walking. Y'all, I'm just basically living like I'm grown. We walking to the grocery store together. We walking to the liquor store together. We're only like high school kids. So I said, you know what? I'm gonna go to school tomorrow and turn myself in. I get to Inglewood High School. I walk to school, y'all. I'm in social studies. I'm just chilling. And then I get a call. My teacher get a call. They're like, I need Miss Brown, Felicia to the front office. I'm like, and the officer's like, I don't want to do this, but I gotta do this. You have a warrant. Like, I think it was a warrant. Yes, it was a warrant. I had to go to a program called Truancy. He dropped me off there. But y'all, I was in trouble, and after truancy, I had to go back to jail, but I ended up getting out. And y'all, like I told you, I had them put game pieces underneath my covers so they can think that it's a person still in the bed sleeping, which is me. So when I did my day or two in DDC, I couldn't stay there no more. I got in trouble. I ran away. Helicopter couldn't find me. My skin behind was behind a tree. So boom, I moved in Children Home Society. It was a group home here in Jacksonville, Emerson, and the girls. It was an all-girl group home. I think my second group home was a little bit different than my first group home, because my first group home boys stayed there, but they was like on the other side. And Children Home Society, it was like an all-girl group home. Now it was plenty of different programs around in that area, like a boys' home, um, transitional living. If you age out of foster care, they had apartments for women and their children, and they also had on-site case managers. My case manager, but everything was cool. I got in there. I had got in trouble, and I met girls. They shared with me their testimony and their life story. Everything was cool because we had sign out time and we had to be back in by 8 or 9 at night. Everything was cool. I went to go hang out with my people sometimes. Um, some of my homegirls in the group home, they'll hook me up with their friends, and sometimes we'll get in trouble. I was like a follower in my group home. They come in late, I come in late. Only time I was on time back to my group home is when I was by myself. I did my thing. Like, say if I want to go out to one of my homegirls' house, I call my sister. I'll be back in my group home on time. Everything was cool Everything was cool. Staff was great. We fixed our own food. You know what I'm saying? We got clothing allowance in foster care. We got dropped off to school. We what else they did for us? It was so many. It's like it was so helpful. Like being in foster care, like I said, they give us clothing allowance. We learn how to budget our money, and we got I got a few little good goodies because I always kept my room clean, y'all. So every time they'll be like the person this month that had to clean this room, and before the staff can say it, y'all, everybody like Felicia. I don't know if I had an over cleaning disorder, but my room was always clean. But life was great at Children Home Society until one day I came in. I came in for my sound out time, and I lay in my I go in my room, open my refrigerator, and I'm ready to drink. I'm thirsty. My mouth dry. So I sip on my 2 liter Coke, y'all, and something ain't taste right. I'm like, I ran to staff. I told them to call the ambulance, and y'all, I found out somebody in my group home put fingernail polish remover in my drink. So y'all know I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm ready. And obviously the staff knew I was ready because they sent one of the girls away. And to this day, you guys, I don't remember exactly what happened, but it was over something petty. One of them girls had put fingernail polish remover in my drink, and I'm like, ooh, they better get this girl away before I get a hold of her. And that's just what happened. They moved the girl back to South Carolina, wherever she was from. And I was like, I told my caseworker, look, I don't want to stay here no more. Get me out of here. Find me somewhere else to go, please. Boom. So I go to my last group home at Touchstone in Jacksonville, about 2 or 3 minutes from my last group home. And it was awesome, y'all. Like, my last group home was like, when I left my first two group homes and that incident happened, when I found out from the ambulance firefighter, I'm sorry, that I could have lost my life, I was ready to go. And when I went to my third group home, it was like my mouth dropped, y'all. The kitchen was like it looked like a restaurant. Like it was so organized. The we had guys, we had girls. Guys was on one side of the staff office, and the girls was on the opposite side of the staff office. We had a dining room area. We had a basketball court, and when you walk outside, across from the basketball court, they had apartments for like foster care children when they age out. And of course, I moved in them. We'll talk about that before I close out. And it was lovely, you guys. Like my group home was lovely. Only thing I didn't like about staying in group homes was always something. I'm either getting stuff put in my drink, somebody's mad over something petty, and that's the only thing I didn't like about staying in foster care. And in foster care, I was not taking my work seriously, y'all. I was caught up on boys. I'm sorry, those are my kids. I was caught up on going to see boys. I wasn't focused. I was skip school. But staying at Touchstone, the staff that it was very, very nice. Very nice. They was like more of like a big sister or a big brother. And they always showed mad love. And I don't know if someone will watch this video, but shout out to you, Miss Medina. Shout out to my foster care sisters and brothers, Dakota, Sabrina. What's up? What's up? What's up? Miss Mercedes Joyner. She was my life coach at Touchstone. And y'all, I couldn't get my way all the time, and they had rules. And y'all know, your girl already told y'all in my last two group homes how I was. If it ain't my way, I don't want it. That's why I ended up in foster care because I couldn't get what I want from my mom. So I couldn't get what I wanted, and I used to go off on staff sometimes, you know. But when I first moved in there, when I first moved in my group home, it was a white girl. I'm not gonna say her name. She let me borrow a pillow when I first moved there because I didn't have a pillow. I don't know why the staff or nobody had me no pillow. But she was so friendly at the time. She was like, "Oh, you can get my Spider-Man pillow." So I'm like, "Okay, thank you." So a few days passed. I knew she like had previous charges of like she was a felon. And a couple days later, I don't. I'm about to be 30 years old, y'all. So bear with me. I'm trying to remember stuff from a long time ago. She was so upset. A few days later, she just snapped on me. Where is my pillow? Where is my pillow? I'm like, who is you talking to? I got your pillow, but who you talking to? So one of my homegirls, they ended up holding me back, and baby, she flipped the bed upside down. She was that mad, like a pillow. So I said, you know what? I'm gonna slap the dog living daylights at her. I slapped that girl so hard, my handprint was on her. Yes, I was off the chain, y'all, before I was delivered and saved. I slapped her so hard, like she tried my mama, y'all. And growing up for me, everybody know family and friends. I never tried nobody, but if you try me, I'm gonna finish you. And the only way I didn't finish fights was because I seen like like homegirls are like trying to team up against me, so I let them have it. But besides that, I was about whatever. So I slapped her, and my handprint was left in her face. Everything was cool. We end up making up. I'm like, what's up? She's like, what's up? What's up? I'm like, did I just slap the mess out of you? My print was left in your face. So she was like, what's up? I was like, hey. Oh my goodness, y'all. I guess she was so mad. I guess the white girl was so mad that I had to slap the taste out of her mouth. Then she came for me, y'all. The second time she pushed me, y'all. Now the first time I slapped the taste out of her mouth, but the second time she pushed me. She was like, "I look, boy, you gotta push me." Whoo, y'all, I'm trying to. I've been to live for you, y'all. Excuse me, but I have to share this with y'all because I went through it for a reason. She pushed me. I grabbed her by her hair. I had on heels already, so I slammed her to the ground and I heel whipped her in the head. I heel whipped her with her in the headlock, and I snatched that about a handful of her hair, her real hair. She's white. I pulled her hair out, and the staff tried to break it up. I really didn't care because the staff was buff. They was probably about 180 to 230, 230 pounds, and it really didn't bother me because I'm very strong, and they was out of breath. They was running to the office, hiding inside of the room, talking about, this little girl is strong. And yes, I was strong. I ran through their legs, and I was determined to get to her, and I did. I was still pulling her hair and hitting her with my heel. But somebody going to jail. I end up the staff end up calling, and they told the police officers that she ended up pushing me and it was self defense. But you know how they is, y'all, in Florida. They don't care how bad you whoop somebody. If you started, you going to jail, they got a mark. So she got scratches everywhere, and they said I was this close to popping out her eyeball. I'm like, okay. They get there, we get locked up. She a felon already, and I'm on papers. Y'all just couldn't stay out of DVC for nothing. And they arrive and they like, we have to take you down too, right? Because you almost popped out her eyeball. I'm like, so we end up going to jail. Y'all, we're in the back of the police car. This girl, she's like, hey Felicia. I'm like, did I just snatch your hair out and he'll whoop you? She started talking to me. And I don't know why y'all, every time I fight somebody, they always start talking to me within 10 minutes later. I'm like, did I just beat you up? But life goes on. I was a teenager at the time. So, we did our time. I spent a couple days in jail. She had to spend more time because she was already a felon. For what reason, I don't know and I don't remember. So, with that being said, after I got released, I went back to Touchstone. Everything was cool. I was almost 18, and I really enjoyed myself there. You know what I'm saying? Getting clothing allowance, gift cards. Um, we had computer labs. Our rooms were spacious. Like it was a clean environment. I ain't see no rat or no roaches. We had little tables outside, y'all, with little umbrellas to block the sun. And it was just so nice. I had a boyfriend in there. He was so nice. Like he had an age out maybe about a year or less before me. So he stayed in apartments next to my group home. We had like group homes next. We had like apartments next to our group homes for foster care children who aged out at the age of 18. Yes. So he stayed in apartments. It was only about like 200, I believe, and the light bill was like $60 or less. So who would want to stay there? That's a great deal. Like, come on now. Rent is how much? It was about 500 or more for a studio or one bedroom apartment. It was still cheap at the time. But he stayed in apartments next door and he spoiled me. He bought me like Nike shoes. He always took me to the landing. Like we had a great time, but he had a baby mom about 6'5", or she was taller. And I am. I'm 5'1" or 5'2", still the same height, but I'm short. So I guess she felt some type of way because that was his baby mama, and she was upset. Everybody in the group home telling her like, "Look, he's spoiling her. He likes her." And Michael Jordan ended up coming to the group home, and I say Michael Jordan because she was tall. She was really, really tall. And I'm in the cafeteria of my group home. It's nice, y'all. I had a dough. I'm in the group home cleaning, doing my chores, and she pull up with her friend or whoever the girl was. And I'm like, oh my goodness, this is a child. What am I gonna do? Yeah, I grabbed the tongs at the kitchen, the cafeteria. I grabbed the tongs. I grabbed the tongs in the kitchen. I'm like, you better get, you better get. I told her like, look, these my tongs. Get out of here, girl. Will you get out of here, man? I'm like Kevin Hart, and you like Michael Jordan, and you trying to come for me? I had the group on y'all. So y'all know how some black women is. They dramatic and they dramatic, and when they see you again, they still gonna have something to say. So I ended up moving into the apartments. I was so happy they got me dishes. They was helpful. I paid my rent. I stayed there, and you know what I'm saying. I received my first check, and when you first age out at foster care, your first check is double. You get in Florida. Here in Florida, you get 12.56 a month from 18 to the age of 23. But the on your birthday, when you first age out, you get double. So you get about 2,600. So I got my $2,600, y'all. You can't tell me nothing. cause like preteens and children, that's like a whole lot of money. You hear me? But anyways, I still was talking to her baby daddy, and I seen her downtown. I seen Michael Jordan again, y'all, and she told her son, she said, "There go that girl." She said, "What you was saying?" Like, baby, I just got off the bus. When I tell y'all, this girl, she was bothering me, and I was downtown here in Jacksonville. She kept pushing my buttons, like informing me like this is my baby daddy, da 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 da, and I'm like, get out my face. So like, I already had so much anger from being in foster care altogether, and like staying with my father. I was already upset about what I experienced in my past trauma. So I would always like, I wouldn't try nobody, but if you bother me, I'm gonna give it my all. Like I never had to really fight. When I hit somebody, I can knock them out one time and I don't have to run. When I knock somebody out, before I got delivered and saved, and I've been a year ago, when I knock you out, I'm gonna stand right there and look at you like I dare you to try me. Like I wasn't the type to have to fight. I just knocked somebody out one great time and they're gone on the ground or apologizing. Hi, I'm like, hey. But anyways, I ended up knocking the mess out of her downtown, and she was like, to the officers, and the officers like, you tried her, so now you can swipe your bus pass. I mean, now you can. They told me I could swipe my bus pass, and it was like, now you can go across the street and leave her alone because you bothered that girl. So I knocked her out. I slapped her in her face. She pushing my buttons, and some officers here in Jacksonville at the time, when you hit somebody, they try to make you like the bad person, but these officers black, so they already understood. Like, baby, you basically earned it. You talking mess, and she gave you what you wanted. So I just come on here with y'all to show y'all my experience in foster care. Again, it was helpful. Um, they gave you a check once you age out of foster care from like 18 to 24 years old. They pay for your college from the age of 18 to 24 years old. And to receive your check every month, you had to go to school or work, I believe, 20 hours or more. So that was very helpful. We got clothing allowance. We went on outings. We was able to sign out and go with our family or not boyfriends, y'all, but I had my boyfriend at the age of 16 in my group home to sign me out. So we got to go to our friend's house and our family member's house. And we never went without. If anything, we were still, like going through past trauma and hurt from what we went through. Like foster care kids, they go through neglect, they go through abuse, some being raped by parents. It's a lot to deal with. So I just want to come on here and share with y'all my life in foster care. And I don't regret it because I won't be the woman I am today. But I'll be coming up with part two very soon. Thank y'all for taking the time to listen to me share my testimony in foster care. Love y'all. Have a blessed day. Shalom.